Okay, so let's dive into one of the most famous and maybe one of the most misunderstood stories in the Quran. It's that scene where God commands the angels to prostrate to Adam. It's a story many of us know by heart, but it holds a deep theological puzzle, and once you solve it, it reveals an absolutely powerful message about our very purpose in the universe.
And right away, you hit a wall, right? I mean, the absolute bedrock of Islam is that you worship no one and nothing but God. That's the biggest rule. So this command, it seems like a total contradiction. So what's going on here? How do we make sense of this? Well, the answer, it turns out, is hidden in the original language of the Quran itself.
So, this is the verse that kicks the whole thing off. The command seems crystal clear. Prostrate to Adam. And yeah, on the surface, that sounds exactly like a command to worship. But, and this is a really big but, to get to the real meaning, we have to dig deeper than just the common translation. The key to unlocking this entire puzzle comes down to one single crucial Arabic word, sajdah. To solve this mystery, we have to understand what this word actually means at its core. And this, well, this changes everything. The original root meaning of the word sajda isn't worship. It's actually about obedience, submission, and showing respect by bowing down. Acknowledging a higher authority. The idea that it only means an act of religious worship is an interpretation that came along much later and became dominant. It's kind of like how the word salat eventually came to mean a specific ritual prayer, even though its original meaning was broader. So let's just lay it out. On one side, you have the common understanding we all have in our heads, worship, an act of pure devotion that's only for God. But on the other side, you have the original root meaning, obedience, an act of submission, of recognizing a chain of command. And that one little shift in meaning, it's not little at all. It's absolutely everything. So the bottom line is this. God was not telling the angels to worship a human. No way. He was commanding them to obey him, to submit to him, to basically enter the service of this brand new creation. Now, that solves our first big problem, right? The theological contradiction is gone, but it opens up a whole new question. So if the command was for obedience, you got to ask, why? I mean, why should these powerful angels obey a being made out of clay? Well, the Quran gives us a very, very specific reason. And boom, there's our answer. The command to obey is explicitly conditional. It only happens after God has breathed into him of my spirit. You see that? This isn't just a small detail about the timing. This is the entire justification for the command. It's the whole reason. So what exactly is this spirit? Well, it's a powerful metaphor for all the incredible abilities God gave to humanity. We're talking about those divine sparks. Things like reason, the ability to think, our senses of hearing and sight, free will, the power to organize things, and even creativity. These are the special faculties that make us, well, us. You can see the clear logical chain here. First, humanity is created from clay. Then, God infuses his spirit. Because of that spirit, humanity gets all these unique gifts like reason and will, and only then does the command come, obey this being. The obedience isn't for the lump of clay. It's for the incredible potential that the divine spirit unlocked within it. Okay, we're making some real progress here. We've redefined Segde, but now there's another piece of the puzzle we need to look at. Who or what are the angels in this story? I think the answer here might surprise you. Just like we did with sajdah, we have to look at the original Arabic word. The word for angel is melek, and its root meaning is all about power, strength, dominion, and ownership. It refers to the powers and forces that are under God's complete command. So this means we have to broaden our definition a bit. In this story, the word angels isn't just talking about individual celestial beings with wings. It's actually a huge, all-encompassing term for all of God's forces throughout the universe, both the ones we can't see and the ones we can't. I mean, just think about it. Gravity, that's a powerful force, right? So is electricity, the wind, the laws of physics, even the growth potential locked inside plants and animals. All of these are Malek, these cosmic powers or forces that operate under God's domain. They're the very things that make up our universe. So let's put all of this together. We now know the command was for obedience, not worship. We know the justification for it was the divine spirit, our reason, and we know that the angels being commanded are really the forces of nature. So what is the final message?
What's the big takeaway? When you put all the pieces together, you realize this entire story is a grand, beautiful metaphor for humanity's potential. It's not just some ancient tale about Adam. It's a timeless message about all of us, about our role in the cosmos.
And the message is basically a conditional promise. It's an if-then statement. If we as humans actually use the divine gift of our spirit, our intellect, our reason, our will, then the angels, in other words, all the forces of nature, will submit to us. They will come under our command. To put it another way, all the powers of the universe, from the tiniest atom to the biggest star, are literally designed to be harnessed by human beings. But, and this is the most important part, there's a condition. And that little word if is everything. This incredible potential we have, it's not automatic. It isn't a freebie. It only gets unlocked through the active use of the gifts God has given us. Without reason, we just get pushed around by nature, but with reason, we can become its master. And you see this idea echoed throughout the Quran. The message is pretty clear. Societies that prioritize reason and intellect, what happens to them? They're the ones that harness the powers of the earth and gain dominion. And the ones that let that gift of reason fall by the wayside, well, they get left behind.
So this ancient story leaves us with a profound and really urgent question for today. It's a mandate for every single one of us. Are we truly living up to our potential? Are we using the incredible gift of reason to command the forces of nature for good? Or are we just letting it sit there, dormant? That's something to think about. Thanks for tuning in.